Hey folks, how y'all doing? This is Jay doing a video on the title gonna be called You Gotta Crawl Before You Walk and Not Walk Before You Crawl. And basically this video is gonna be in reference to, women, not all, but the vast majority of them, when it comes to dating and relationships and getting involved with men, how they want men to basically already be, have it going on, be established. And last year I made a video called Women Want to Date Men, well, women only want to date men. That's already established. So this is like maybe a part two to that, or follow up. Yeah, it's like they want you to be already established, established in your career, established with success. When it comes down to women, most women, they want you to have it before you even enter the relationship with them. Even if you are dating them, it's a certain standard and a criteria that they're seeking. I know, a lot of you guys pretty much heard about stuff like this in reference to, but it's just that, it's so much of the truth that it irks you, and you just come on here and you vent your frustrations. And a lot of guys are doing that, and are still doing that. They're coming on here and basically they talk about their relationship woes and the experiences that they've encountered as far as dealing with a women, and particularly American women. A lot of American women are very materialistic, what I'm saying, and not only that, superficial and shallow, and they don't look at it that you have to crawl before you walk, and not walk before you crawl. They don't want you to be like, they want you to come to the table with every last thing. What I'm saying, if you're lacking something, what I'm saying, you are automatically either thrown under the bus, or what I'm saying, you don't match up to what they're looking for. You don't measure up. But sometimes men, maybe they're going to school, and that that they are trying to better themselves. Remember the title of the video, you gotta crawl before you walk. You gotta crawl before you walk. And some people's situation takes longer than others in certain aspects, and some people they had it at one time and they lost it, and they had to start their lives over, and they're trying to get it again. But if you tell a woman that 9 times out of 10, she not going to be too much accepting. Sometimes you may run across a female who's very understanding, and that will meet you halfway, and as far as trying to get to know her, and she might have that understanding. But I'm gonna tell you this, good luck trying to find them, because y'all know how these women can be, fellas. What I'm saying, they it's all this criteria. They want us as men to scratch out every last thing that they're looking for on their list, and if you don't measure up, what I'm saying, it's lights out for you. You're not worthy enough to for her affections and her attentions. It's crazy the way it is, what I'm saying. But if you flip it around and the roles are reversed, they want you to accept them for all their shortcomings. A lot of them, have kids, and kids for different men, mistakes that they made in their life, and they may have gotten themselves straight, what I'm saying. But the fact still remains that the child or children are in the picture, and that if they, what I'm saying, are still holding that part, and so when the next guy comes along, and it's excess baggage from a relationship that she had previously, and he has to deal with that, in order to take the cow, you got to take the calves too, how the saying goes. But they can't accept you for your shortcomings. They don't, they want everything they way, and they don't want to compromise. It's more than just compromising with with sex or money and all that. It's a compromising with the whole nine, in every aspect. But I figured that if you can find somebody that that's very understanding to this, maybe you're a guy and you busting your ass every day, struggling, but trying to make ends meet. You're trying to come up. Maybe you went through a bad situation, and maybe you don't have much, and you're struggling, to with jobs. You're struggling to go to school, or keep your bills going, or whatever. You might be driving an average car. You might not have all the latest fashions. You might not be that caliber guy that she's looking for, or that she expects. So how the guys with more, what I'm saying, be it that they have a high caliber status, maybe they're a baller, in whatever aspect, they might be a doctor, lawyer, or a ball player, or some type of music artist or something like that, and they have that, that financial means to, I guess, the type of money that they're looking for, and and that's the type of guys that a lot of these women are attracted to. It's not, personality comes second. They want to know automatically, what you're making or whatever, and what can you do for them. What I'm saying? It's not about, well, hey, let's sit down, let's get to know each other, and we're going to get to know each other and see how much we like each other, and stuff of that sort. It's always about, well, what you make and what you do, and all that. I mean, that's part of it, but that should not be something that you dwell on, especially when you're first dating a person. What I'm saying? A lot of this stuff that they want and are looking for, it comes in time, but they don't see it that way. They want you to already be, this person that they looking for, and usually this dream man that they looking for, stuff like that, knight in shining armor and stuff like that, and a lot of these things that they fantasize about, what I'm saying, most likely you're not going to find that in a man. What I'm saying? How women are, man. They had this big old fantasy list, this big man, and this man that they're looking for. They may be able to find some of those qualities, but you're not going to find everything that scratch off every quality on the list. That's just not true. What I'm saying? But and they talk all that stuff, but it is what it is. And they talking about, well, I could be bad, I could be by myself, and I could this, that, and other, but deep down within, that's not always the case. You know, we all human beings, and we long for affection, and we long for attention of the opposite sex. If that the way a person, um, you know, the way they ball swings or whatever. But anyway, it's a lot of stuff that you have to do as far as getting to know a person, and a lot of these guys, these rich and powerful and famous wealthy guys, what I'm saying, aka men of a high caliber status, you know they be tricking and stuff like that. I've talked about tricking quite a few times in some of my earlier videos, and also guys like that, they brag on themselves a lot too. They figure, well, hey, um, I got it, man. She gonna want me because she can see, that I'm a ballin' ass nigga. All that stupid stuff that they talk about, bragging on themselves, boasting and bragging, and being arrogant and stuff that they hear in these songs. That's why I hate these damn songs so much, man. Because it's showing, people how to be fake. What I'm saying? Instead of being real with who you are. Especially when you're dealing with a woman, and that shows, basically what type of person you are, and if she's gonna really accept you for the person you are, as opposed to all these material things and stuff like that. You need to get to know a woman for who she is, and vice versa. A woman need to get to know you for who you are, and it's so surrounded by material things and material possessions that nowadays we don't really get to know the person for who they are, and the real person for who they are, and stop, they don't worry about the person you are, is what I'm trying to say. They worry about what you have, and how they can benefit from it. What I'm saying? So my advice to you guys, when you're out here and you're trying to, you get in this pool and get in a dating pool, and you're trying to find a decent woman out here, get to know these women for who they are, man. If it takes you a few months to do so, which it should, you shouldn't really jump into nothing so fast, man. That's what you do. You take your time and you get to know these women for who they are, and stop spending so much money on them up front just to win their affections. You don't have to spend so much money on them to get to know them, and what I'm saying. And that's how a lot of you guys, what I'm saying, y'all feel when it comes to dating, because y'all out there shelling money out your pockets, and trying to impress these women, where you should be trying to impress these women with your intellect, and see if she's about you, and see if she's going to have your back during the course of a time and stuff like that. So basically, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. Fellas, y'all gotta take y'all time out and get to know these women. All women are not like that, and there's plenty of women out here. There's more women than what it is us men, and you have to take your time out and get to know them for who they are, and try to see what type of woman she is. Is she down for you, or is she down for the things that you can provide for her? And if so, that's a question that you have to ask yourself. And if she's about material things and then about you, it's time to kick her to the curb. So basically, that's all I wanted to say. Y'all sit back and let this marinate, and I'm gonna come at y'all with another video real soon. The man also known as Jay, signing off. Take care. Peace.